The Miami Dolphins ended up releasing linebacker Kyle Van Noy, ended up saving 9.8 million. 2000, excuse me, in 2020, the Dolphins ended up signing him to a 4-year, $51 million contract. In 2020, ended up having 69 tackles, 6 sacks, two fumble recovery, two fumble recovery. Excuse me. So go ahead, Shake. Let it all out.
Well, I'm a lot more calmer now, but when I first seen this move, I'm like, God damn, they fucking sold the car to get fucking gas money. You feel me? It's like, look, I understand that he didn't play like $15 million worth, but at the end of the day, you got to realize one thing. Number one, he's playing with the second youngest defense in the NFL, and one thing you cannot teach is leadership, and that's what he has. He makes everybody else around him better. Just like with Bobby McCain, what they had Bobby McCain isn't the physically best safety out there, but what he lacks in physicality, he makes up in his mental aspect of the game. Learning, knowing where to line up, knowing where everything is going through. You know what I mean? And that's what Kyle Van Noy was doing. You know what I mean? He was doing stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheets. And that's what kind of pissed me off. It's like, dude, I mean, I was excited to see how he was going to progress as a unit with 1 year under their belt. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, like I said, when I first saw this, I hope when Kyle Van Noy signs with his new team, that he sees Brian Flores and he gives him a stone cold salute like this. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought that was just a fucking kick to the nuts. But I'm over it. There's nothing you could do. All I could do is come bitch on my Facebook. You feel me? I just thought it was a stupid fucking.
Well, this is the history of the Dolphins. Unfortunately, they make dumb front office decisions. I wouldn't say dumb, maybe questionable decisions. I mean, if you want to talk about the history of the Dolphins, you can talk about this all night. I don't know if we want to get into that, but I mean, money wise, this is good for them. But I get what you're saying about the leadership, and he had potential to take those guys in the linebacking core to be great. So sometimes it shouldn't be about money. Sometimes you should see a player for what they're worth, and I think he was worth for them to keep him. But hey, it's all about money, unfortunately.
Yeah. People got to realize, I hate how one thing I hate about the one side I hate about NFL is how fans and the media talk about these players like they're just fucking pieces of meat and just to dispose at your whim. Like on the one hand, right? He underperformed his contract, right? So you know what I mean? They bitch and bitch, but Xavier Howard, he overperformed, and he goes, and so Xavier Howard wanted more money. No, you can't get no more money. You overperformed. I'm like, dude, there has to be some kind of balance, man, in between the two. You know what I mean? It's not like he could fucking make sacks out of his fucking ass, dude. Again, he was playing with the second youngest team with no real chemistry together. So, of course, he did. Van Noy did his best in the third year of when he was with the Patriots because number one, chemistry, and number two, he was surrounded with better talent than what we had last year. So that's how I see that.
You ready?
Yeah.
Go in.
I was, you know what? I was a little bit, I wouldn't say shocked, because I've been on the campaign to getting Deshaun Watson, and to be honest with you, as far as that particular issue pertaining to that, I felt like that did have a lot to do with it. Not towards actually getting him, but I feel like at this point, the Dolphins are going all in because you might as well kiss them 2 first-round draft picks goodbye if we end up making that move for Deshaun Watson. So I saw, I think it was earlier, or was it the day before yesterday? I saw that Hassan Riddick was going to be a free agent. Now you talk about Kyle Van Noy. I believe he's about to hit 30. He's about to hit 30. So I was thinking, all right, so we looking at the depth at the linebacker position. Obviously, people speak highly of Kyle. I mean, that's about to say Kyle Van Ginkel, Andrew Van Ginkel, depth there. And then, like I said, Hassan Riddick coming from the Arizona Cardinals. He's potentially going to be a free agent who brings somewhat similar skill set that Kyle Van Noy has, and he's younger too. He's only 25 years old. So it just, the Dolphins are planning to make a lot of moves during the course of free agency. But with that being said, if we make the move for Deshaun Watson, it's going to cost quite a few draft picks. So that's going to require the Dolphins to actually go out into free agency and go after a Hassan Riddick or go after a Justin Simmons. So brace yourselves, because you're not going to release a Kyle Van Noy for no reason. Also, another thing, Shake, what did pop in my mind when they ended up releasing him was possibly maybe he was the mole that was talking trash about Tua, and that's the reason why they ended up releasing him. That was another thing, but I think that's a little bit.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, so I thought that was a little bit of a stretch. So I'm just gonna go ahead and look at it from the financial side, where you end up saving $9.8 million. You got the depth with Andrew Van Ginkel, possibly adding more free agents than what you was expecting to add, along with the possibility of getting a Deshaun Watson. You're going all in on 2021. You know that if you go in on Deshaun Watson, you're not going to have that many draft picks. You're going to have to go ahead and fill up that shopping cart with free agents.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Just so so you understand now. You know, now that you're on my Facebook, you're gonna see me with a lot of posts talking shit about the Dolphins. So
why did you do it on Twitter? Why couldn't you do that on Twitter? I feel like that's
because
more of a
Facebook.
Hey, I get
there's a difference. There's a difference. If you're on my Facebook, that means I care about you. Twitter, I really don't give a fuck about you. I'm not going to argue with a bunch of people that I don't give a fuck about. Now, if you're on my Facebook, then I'll be gladly have time to talk to you there. But you know what I'm saying? On Twitter, it's like whatever, man. It's like one night stands. I don't give a fuck.
I feel like Facebook is more of a family atmosphere, and Twitter, you have no censor. So have no censor on Twitter. Don't have a censor on Facebook. It's a family site.
Or you could have no censor on both and just say fuck it. Just go all out on both of them.
Facebook is a family site. People post pictures up with their kids and stuff like that.
My family.
Talk about God.
Listen, if you don't like it, delete me. If you don't like it, delete me. I'll do whatever.
So I was looking this morning. I'm like, damn, I ain't know Shake cares so much. Why don't he act like this on Twitter? When I be going to battle almost every day. Every time one of the keywords in my tweets is Tua, I go to battle. So hey, it was nice to see
again, like I said, if you're on Facebook, if you're a friend on Facebook, that means that I'm not saying I don't value people on Twitter's opinion, but at the end of the day, most of the people on Twitter, I don't know from a hole in the wall. You feel me? The people on Facebook, it's because I actually interacted with them. You know what I mean? So I know who they are, and I could actually talk to them better, if that makes any sense.
That makes sense. I could get with that, because I ain't even gonna lie
Yeah,
to you.
makes sense.
I don't even care about what sometimes some people would be saying to me, especially when it sounds dumb. So I just be like, okay, you have a right to your opinion. Go ahead and keep it moving. Oh man. All right. We're gonna go ahead and continue our free agency series. Tonight's episode is going to feature the NFC West. We're gonna go ahead and kick it off with the Arizona Cardinals, not the Arizona Cardinals, excuse me, the San Francisco 49ers. As soon as I find them on my screen. Oh, well, I didn't type it on my screen. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and kick it off with the San Francisco 49ers.
Hold on, one second. I want to bring up Trey's comment. You can.
Bring up Trey's comment. Which one? He got the last one. People defend Tua more than they hated on Ryan Tannehill. I like Trey. By the way, I could have sworn I saw your channel up here earlier. King Mac Podcast.
I think that's true. That's a true statement.
Yes, King Mac Podcast. Everybody in the chat, be sure to check out King Mac Podcast. Up and coming Miami Dolphins YouTuber, content creator. At this point, not a lot of people speak truth. Trey speaks truth. So check that out for me, please. But my fault, G Money. That's true. You saying that was true?
No, I think a lot of people hated on Ryan Tannehill. I think that he didn't get a fair shot as far as public opinion. I didn't think he was as bad as people thought he was. And this guy's first year, and already they're defending him like crazy. Like, okay, calm down. Just give him another couple years. Let's see where he's at. And Ryan Tannehill, people were happy that he was gone from the Dolphins. And I'm like, okay, if he had more time, I thought he could have been a Dolphin for life. But hey, they gave up on him. So
Nah, for the bay. Nah, for the bay. Nah, we don't care what you say. Nah, for the bay. Nah, for the bay. Nah, for the bay. Nah, we ain't hearing what you say. Is nah for the bay. Fire!